Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's unboxing and review, I've got the Target exclusive Monday Night Raw 3-pack. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back, and like I said, I've got the Target 3-pack that is coming out like today. I'm recording this on Saturday, and it seems like just about everyone is seeing this hit their targets. A lot of the Legends figures are coming out. The Shawn Michaels, the Dingo Warrior, AJ Styles, Ken Shamrock, those are all hitting. The 3-packs are hitting. The Ultimate Editions with Ultimate Warrior and Lesnar are hitting. We've kind of seen this before where all those things kind of stock at once, but it seems everyone's getting this 3-pack, so it does seem plentiful. If you decide you want to get it, you're probably going to be okay. My Target, I only went to one of my Targets, and I have a few in my area, and there was 4 or 5 of these sets, so it wouldn't shock me to see these go to clearance at some point, but I love this set. It's really cool. I think the Razor looks really cool in the green. Admittedly, I would have liked 123 Kid in a different attire, but I don't know. I'll see once I get everything unboxed. And then I think the Undertaker looks fantastic. It's a little bit like one we've got, like we've gotten before. We've gotten purple, we've gotten gray, but there's a new head scan on it. I think it's completely new, not just True Effects. And then also we've got like the knee, we've got the double jointed arm upgrades, we've got some, there's a lot to this. I'm going to quit talking, I'm going to unbox everything, and then we will see what we really have. Alright, so just getting these guys immediately out of the package, excuse me, I really like what I see. The Undertaker, like I said, we've seen him in gray, we've seen him in purple in this kind of outfit. We've seen Razor Ramon, we've gotten the purple one, and we've gotten a blue one. Those might be the only releases we've had of Razor, I think. But then we're getting the Ultimate Edition, which comes in the purple again, but it also comes in that, like, the red tights with the yellow vest. And then here we have 123 Kid, or when he was fighting Razor this time, he was specifically known as just the Kid, I believe. I did have to look up a little bit about the attires because I wasn't sure if these all were based off specific things. I knew, obviously, we have the money that 123 Kid, or the Kid, or, can't forget, the Lightning Kid, it says L Kid. Anyway, let me just get to the figures. So, first off with Undertaker. The first thing I noticed is obviously the head scan. So I was trying to look at the actual face of it, and I do think that the actual face is different. And I'm pretty sure Bill has said as much, that it's a new scan, but the hair is definitely new, and we've gotten some head scans that have the hair over the face, and some are okay, some are better than others. There's been some I haven't, like, the way they do the hair over the face with Bret Hart, I have never been a huge fan of. We got the Matt Hardy figure, the Brood figure, I think it was, with the hair over his face, which I thought was really good. I liked that one, and honestly, without the hair over his face, that head scan looks rough, to say the least. So, just getting Undertaker up here, I'll put him in a neutral position, we can look at him a little bit closer. Another thing I noticed is that he is more tan, so they gave him like a tan skin tone. He's got the tattoos on the forearms, and then obviously this is the first time we are getting the like Randy Orton scan hands in this gray color. Let me just put him right here. Oh, let's see what can I do. It's a tall guy. Oh, you know what? While I'm at it, excuse me, I will just put on his whole outfit. So he's got the Randy Orton hands, which I don't know. So I was trying to look. We've gotten, so I do have some comparisons at the end. I don't remember what set it was, but we got the gray Undertaker with his like old head scan, his like red hair head scan from earlier in his debut, but he is in the same gray attire. Maybe it was Decade of Domination, but he's got the gray boot covers, but then he has black hands. So those were just like black molded hands, like plain hands, whereas these ones on this Undertaker are the like actual gloved hands. But then like his neutral hands look like just plain gloves, or just plain hands, excuse me. The hat, I think the hat is no different, and I don't know if it's because of the packaging that it's bent down, or if it's because it is molded to be a little more bent down like this. Come on. There we go. There's Undertaker in all his glory. So, the Undertaker comes with a soft goods coat, which I think is awesome. We've gotten a like the like faux leather coats, but we have not gotten a coat like this that has it's a different material. It's kind of a thinner material. I think I do prefer the like faux leather, but I didn't realize it was going to be a soft goods coat like this, and I really like it. I do have the like faux leather one on another figure of his, so I will bring that out at the end with some more comparisons. But this head scan is awesome. I really, really like it. It was one of the big selling points for me personally, because when I first saw this set, I was like, whatever, I'll get it. Maybe if it goes on clearance. But then I had a gift card to Target. I was looking, and I was like, this was pretty cool. I was kind of looking at the Razor, the 1-2-3 kit. I was like, well, it's an upgrade, but like not a huge deal. And the more I looked at it, the biggest thing that sold me, honestly, was the Taker head scan. And I'm sure we'll get it down the line, but I really, really liked it. I think it fits really well for the new generation era. I like that we get those new hands. I like the soft goods. Like, they made a lot of different changes to these figures as opposed to strict repaints, and I think those small differences make this set like really stand out compared to what I thought we were going to be getting. Looking back, I did go look at at the match card for the first ever Raw, which ironically didn't even use these letters. They were still in the, I don't even know, I don't remember what the place is called. They were still in that ballroom, which they did do Raw 1000, I think it was, in that arena, which is so cool. Like, obviously they're not going to run a small venue like that, but the way the ring, like the way they had that like second balcony around the top, the way they just had everyone like packed in close, it's like the setting is so intimate. I think it's really cool, but that's not something they're going to do often. They're not going to make money running little shows like that, but it's very nostalgic. And since we obviously aren't going to get a ballroom backdrop or anything, I think that the Raw letters are a very suitable piece to give us with this set. Anyway, so looking back, Undertaker wrestled Damien Demento on the first ever episode of Raw, and obviously we didn't get him in this 3-pack, but I kind of wish we would have gotten a first time in the line like new gen character in this set. I think that would have been really cool. On the first episode of Raw, Shawn Michaels wrestled Max Moon, and we did just get that Legends, like the Legends release is hitting at the exact same time as this. So I think it would have been really cool to get like Shawn Michaels, Max Moon, and then you could have put this Undertaker in there still. Because Undertaker, Razor, and 1-2-3 Kid, like Razor and 1-2-3 Kid kind of go together, and then Undertaker's just in there because he is one of those heavy hitter characters. He's one of those characters that's almost always going to help sell things. But I think that would have been really cool. I think most of their budget went into just they wanted to get these letters out in this 3-pack, and the 3-pack is $64.99, so you're looking at about the price of 3 Elites, but then you get these Raw letters, so price wise it's not bad at all. But yeah, I think that would have been a cool idea. Or I don't know, I mean there's plenty of matches, but like Shawn Michaels is a big name character, and I think having a more obscure character in there would have been a little cool, but it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it because so far I'm happy with what we've gotten. Next up here, so we'll just move Razor up a little more. We've got Green Tights Razor. So when I was looking at these, I didn't know. So I was disappointed. I was disappointed in this attire for 123 Kid, X-Pac, the Kid, Lightning Kid, whatever you want to call him. The green razor and that attire 123 Kid don't go together. So the Lightning Kid attire goes with when he won his match against Razor, and he upset him. He was still a jobber at the time, and the attire that actually goes with that 123 Kid is the purple razor that we've gotten. I think so. He is purple. I don't know if it's completely accurate, but these two right here, these match up. Those go together. The $10,000 match was afterwards, and I'm pretty sure the first 123 Kid that we got, this one right here that says Kid on it, has 123. I think that was the attire, or it was more like that. When they fought for money. So they kind of mix and match. I don't mind that. It's cool that we have those two like iconic matches, but also that's not what I think of when I think of 123 Kid. I would have liked his like matching purple attire that he wore with Razor. I always thought of him as like one of the. He had a Jax figure that was his black. It had 123 on it. Like the legs were white on the middle in the middle with like. That's just what I thought of. It's not the end of the world, but I just think of these as two more obscure 123 Kid attires. I would have been okay getting a more classic look, or like his later run. But I'm supposed to be talking about Razor right now. I really like this Razor Ramon. We don't get a lot of green figures in our collection. Just looking around at my wall, I mean, I've got a green attired Billy Gunn. Godfather is in lime green. Some green Usos. Beth Phoenix, Los Matadores. But really, green, like a bright green like this, is not a very normal color we get. So I think it really pops in this set. Like you've got the red letters, we've got the blue 123 Kid, we've got the black Undertaker, and then this Razor just pops. They did make some minor changes to him, and they're ones that I really, really like. The head scan is same as we've gotten before. It's a reused head scan. I think we got it. I don't know if we got it on the Blue Legends Razor. I didn't pick that one up. I think we did get it on a... gosh, I might be wrong because they're not a huge difference. I think we've gotten this before. Maybe on one of his NWO or Scott Hall figures, but it's all the same, except they did change up the elbow pads. So he did always wear it like this, where he had his big black pad and then he had his small green pad. So they gave him that small green pad, and then the knee pads are actually the big knee pads. And I know people don't like them for articulation purposes, but the green knee pad, like the bigger knee pads, are more accurate for Razor. He had those longer sleeve ones, and then he did, like you can see in this match, or if you go look at some other matches, he did have like the black underneath. So that's more accurate. I mean, I don't really play with my figures. I do pose them, obviously. You see that. But like this articulation for Razor specifically doesn't bother me. You get guys like RVD where it doesn't bend. You know, that bothers me a little more. I can't pose him in like his 5-star frog splash or something like that. But with Razor, I think it works. I think it's more accurate visually, aesthetically, and I think this Razor figure is sweet. I did at first, I thought it was a new, like some thicker thighs, but I think it's just because of the knee pads that it makes it look like that. But I think it looks really good. I have seen people with kind of mixed reactions to this. Some people have not liked it. Some people have loved it. I'm someone that loves it. I don't really see anything wrong with this Razor. I obviously wish we had a different head scan, but we are going to get that Ultimate. It's going to have a few head scans, and I'll just pop it off and pop one onto here. I think it looks great, and we've got this 123 Kid, so you can put those together. Obviously, you can see in the back there, I've got 123 Kid posing with the money, so the money's going to go with this 123 Kid. Not a huge deal. But, yeah, so far, 2 out of 3, I really like the Razor. I really like Undertaker. So last thing we're going to look at is the Lightning Kid. Oh, here are the hands. I didn't show these. We've got Razor's entrance hands, his like cool surfer hands, and then just like some neutral hands, nothing crazy. So last but not least, the Lightning Kid. So this is a figure I said I was disappointed. The attire itself is cool. The lightning bolts are cool. I like the big like black and white flash symbol. The money is cool, the money bag. So I have the money in the bag. I think it's the same cash mold that they use with the Cameron Grimes figure that we just got, the ringside exclusive. I'm pretty sure, just looking at it, it does look the same. The head for this figure is, I can't tell. So I think they just retooled it a little bit. I don't think so. Let me get them right next to each other. I think they retooled the head just a little bit. So I think the hair, they just made a little different, and it sits more in front, like in front of his shoulders. You can see, like, if you turn it, so if you turn it this way, I don't know, I've been trying to look, I think they just made like this thicker. It looks a little less detailed. It's hard to tell if it's just like a minor retooling. I feel like the face does look just a tiny bit different from the side profile. I don't know, you guys can tell me what you think if you have it, if you're just looking at this. For me, it's really hard to tell, but essentially it's not that much different, which I'm okay with. I think it looks really good. It does, so it kind of annoys me. So if I turn it at all, his head pops off. Not the worst thing, but it does frustrate me a little bit. As 123 Kid, he was really, really scrawny. So I do like these legs in the torso mold. But like I said, these are not the attires I think of when I think of 123 Kid. I want his attires to look kind of more like what he had as X-Pac, but I honestly, we'll probably get it down the line. If they're willing to do these attires, I'm sure we'll get those other ones. On the back here, it does have L Kid. He was wrestling as the Lightning Kid. So after he upset Razor, Razor was pissed. He challenged 123 Kid, and he said, "I'll give you $10,000 if you wrestle me again." And he came out. He was getting his butt kicked. He almost pinned Razor, and then instead of continuing the match, he grabbed the money and he took off. So really, it's an iconic moment in their little rivalry they had, and they were really intertwined the whole time that they were kind of they were in WWE in that new generation era. So I always think of one when I think of the other. I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, I like this 123 Kid. He's got the elbow pads. He's got the double jointed arms. He's got the torso, which I don't think we see used a lot. Maybe with Santino. Yeah, I don't know. Santino. I don't know if anyone else really uses this torso. I've used this torso for someone because I've used it for my Spike Dudley custom. So I don't know if it was 123 Kid and I repainted it. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Enough of me blabbing. I'm just going to say I love this set. At first, I thought that, I was like, what the heck? There's a bunch of repaints. They're just trying to get us to pay for these raw letters, which I was like, I could just make those out of cardboard, blah, blah, blah. But the raw letters are really nice. I think the upgrades are really, are subtle, but I think they make the figures a lot better. I like the green. It's way different. The Undertaker, I mean, you can only get so much out of this look of Undertaker, but they keep doing it. You've seen, so here's the 123 Kid comparisons you saw. Not drastically different. Here are the razors next to each other, and I'm really pumped for that Ultimate. I think it's going to be really good. And then here are just my Undertakers. And like I said, here's the Undertaker with the long leather. I have a hard time standing these up. The ankles don't move great on these. I could see them. Oh, this happened. What other video did that happen in? My showcase video where everyone went and ate it at the end of the video. There you go. There's the comparisons for the Undertakers. You can see the differences in the coats right there. The height difference, it looks a little different because of how they're lined up. They're the same height, same parts and everything. I think that's about everything. Like I said, they gave him the tan skin tone. They made some small upgrades to Razor with the knee pads. 1, 2, 3 kids got the true effects, got the double jointed arms. I mean, he got the least changes, but his attire looks pretty different. I like that blue a little more. We've got the money bag. I just think it's a cool set. I think it's a unique set. Not one that everyone's probably dying to get, but I think if you're on the fence, you should absolutely grab it. There's going to be plenty at Targets, I think, in the coming months. I'm sure some will hit clearance. Some cool parts for customs if it gets low enough, but yeah, my opinion is go grab it. I think it's awesome. I enjoy it a lot, and I can't wait to continue adding to my new generation era. But yeah, that's going to wrap everything up for this review. If you want to watch some more of my unboxings and reviews, you can click the video that should be popping on the screen shortly. If you like what we're doing here, please like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel, and the algorithm I'll be honest, it has been destroying me lately. I don't know if I've just been putting out stinkers of videos, or if for some reason you guys aren't seeing them. Hit the notification bell. I upload 2-3 times a week, so if you're not seeing my stuff, it's just because it's not popping up. I promise there's stuff that's coming. Other than that, I always say hit me up on Instagram if you want to talk about some more figures. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy figures. Figure Dude out.